shit weird for me. Okay, I said conclusively. Her head snapped up and her eyes widened slightly. And just when I thought she couldn't get a deeper shade of red, she did. I had to hold back a chuckle. Come on, I said, patting the bed in front of me. She eyed the spot in front of me dubiously for a moment, but eventually closed her book and laid it on the couch beside her. Slowly, she rose up off the sofa and shuffled her way over to the bed. Once she reached the edge, she pressed her palms down on the mattress and climbed up, crawling over to the piece of bed in front of me. She was looking at me skeptically as she mirrored my position on the bed, sitting Indian style with her legs crossed so close our knees were touching. I wanted to snicker at her again, I couldn't help it. She looked so much like a little girl about to learn something new, wide-eyed and nervous as fuck. But I couldn't laugh at my girl. It was something new to her. A kiss to her was probably pretty fucking scandalous. I scooted closer to her so that her knees were overlapping mine, and took in a deep breath. Her face was flushed, and she was nervous, but I could see the flash of excitement in her eyes. It only made her look cuter. I fought the urge to chuckle yet again. "Close your eyes," I ordered softly. When she let them flutter closed I added, "and relax." She did infinitesimally. I leaned into her and put my hands on either side of her hips on the mattress so I could hold myself closer. She looked fucking tense still, but there wasn't anything I could do about it now. I leaned in until my nose was nearly touching hers, and I could feel her breathing pick up against my face. Easily, to test her a bit, I tilted my head and gently grazed her lips with mine. She was completely fucking frozen. I rolled my eyes and lifted one of my hands and cupped her cheek to relax her face, rubbing her cheek with my thumb. It did the trick. She finally eased up and her lips slightly parted. I tried it again, leaning my head to the side and grazing her lips. This time she responded. Softly pouting her lips to me, I gently took her top lip in between mine and she took my bottom in hers. It was soft and warm, just like my girl always was. I pulled away gently, but went back again, to give her something from her. She seemed to get the gist of the whole thing, taking my bottom lip with slightly more vigor. I pulled her face to mine harder with my hand, and tangled it into her hair, gently sucking on her top lip, then pulled away slightly again. We did that a couple more times, just soft and easy. It was all I was expecting. But suddenly on the last one, I felt Bella's soft warm tongue touch my lip. I was debating if I should really do all that. Then I reminded myself I was doing this for Bella, and if she wanted the full kissing experience, fuck it, I would give it to her. So I darted my tongue out to meet hers. And when they touched, she parted her lips more, and took my tongue into her mouth. It was so fucking warm and soft, and it was getting progressively more difficult to keep that switch in the off position. Then I felt her soft little hand slide up my arm and around my neck until she had it dangled into the back of my head, pulling me closer. And then she was kissing me like a pro. Pressing her soft little tongue into mine, gently at first, then harder. Then she was in my mouth. And we were both breathing pretty fucking hard by then, and I didn't even have to press her head closer because her little fist was pressing my face as close as it would go. But when she began pressing her body against mine, that switch just fucking flipped. And before I could stop it, my entire body was reacting to the kiss. I brought my other hand up and pulled her neck closer. I felt her warm body against me, almost in my lap. I groaned loudly into her mouth, and I froze. I used my hands to gently push myself from her grasp and lean back into my spot, panting. Feeling really fucking thankful I had that sketchbook in my lap. Bella didn't move from her spot, or even open her eyes for a few moments. Just sat there with her hands on her lap, catching her breath and licking my taste off her lips. When she finally caught her breath and opened her eyes, she smiled at me big and fucking goofy as hell. And I rolled my eyes at her and smiled back. She looked like someone just told her Santa was real, or some shit, and she chuckled a little bit at me for the eye roll, but I didn't care. She didn't say anything, or make it awkward, just hopped under the covers on her side of the bed, ready to go to sleep. My situation was abated by then, so I discarded the sketchbook and got under the covers right along with her. I turned the lamp off and scooped up my girl, shoving my face into her hair, and showing her that someone could touch her. And I could almost hear her smile when she started humming me to sleep. No more angry, no more sad, and no more bitter.